So you're ready to pack up your life and flee America to start anew in some exotic foreign land. I get it. Between the political vitriol, crumbling infrastructure, and healthcare costs that could bankrupt a small nation, who wouldn't want to escape to a tropical paradise where your only worry is which cocktail to order at the beachside bar? But while fantasies of effortlessly assimilating into an idyllic new culture persist, the reality of emigrating abroad is far more complicated. To help burst your bubble, I've compiled this definitive list of the easiest countries for Americans to relocate to. Spoiler alert, it won't just be a matter of hopping on the next flight out, but for the determined few willing to navigate red tape, here are some surprisingly viable options to begin your new life abroad. Let's start with visa-free travel information for Americans. I've got some good news for my fellow Americans looking to take an extended vacation or test the waters for possible immigration. Many countries allow us Yanks to visit for up to 90 days without needing a visa. Time for some R&R in paradise. Topping the list is Mexico. Just grab your passport and sunblock. Then head south of the border for tacos and tequila galore. No need to fill out paperwork for 180 days. After that, you'll have to start the process for residency if you want to stay. And who wouldn't with those beach vibes? Ireland and New Zealand are two other gems offering 90 visa-free days. Gorgeous landscapes, friendly folks, and adventure await. But beware the higher costs if you're thinking permanent relocation. A bunch of other European countries also give Americans the 90-day pass. We're talking Sweden, Denmark, and more Nordic lands. Pack your winter coat because you'll need it. Pro tip, brush up on your Viking history before going. Several Central and South American hotspots, like Ecuador and Costa Rica, welcome Americans too. Lush jungles and exotic wildlife? Yes, please. Just don't overstay your 90 or the immigration police may pay you a visit. Wherever you choose to temporarily hang your hat, enjoy the travel freedom our American passports provide, but be sure to respect each country's laws and culture. With the right attitude, visa-free access can lead to amazing experiences. Now let's get into countries with easy residency programs. Well, friends, if you're looking to skip town and set up shop elsewhere, I've got some prime real estate options for you. Now, I ain't no expert on immigrating, but my cousin Vinny, not that Vinny, is an immigration lawyer and gave me the lowdown on where an American can easily gain residency and be sipping cervezas on the beach in no time. First up is Panama. Talk about a tropical paradise, palm trees, sloths, and an economy you can dominate for cheap. Just flash that blue passport and retirees can get residence fast. Entrepreneurs, even faster with the Friendly Nations visa, and the path to citizenship is faster than you can say hasta la vista. Next is Ecuador. Want to live with the llamas in the Andes or hang with iguanas on the Galapagos? Ecuador rolls out the red carpet for gringos. Invest $100K and you've got residency in months. Or if you're short on cash, a couple years of temporary stays opens the path. Just be ready to give up the stars and stripes for the condor. Mexico is another hotspot. Sure, avoid the cartel towns, and you'll be living large for way less. Tacos, tequila, and permanent residence in just 4 years. Vámonos. Though brushing up on Espanol would help speed it up. So if you want to take early retirement or just experience someplace new, these friendly destinations make it easy to gain residency, and possibly citizenship too. Just be ready to trade your football for football. Well, looks like having some useful skills can really grease the wheels when it comes to moving abroad. As an American with in-demand talents, you've got some sweet options to pick from. Canada's Express Entry program is like a golden ticket, letting you waltz on in if your occupation is on their list. Just fill out some paperwork, pass their point system, and bam, you're just a few steps away from getting that coveted maple leaf passport. They're eager to get more young, skilled peeps like you to strengthen their economy. New Zealand's doors are also wide open through the skilled migrant visa. Flash your tech skills, medical degree, or other hot commodities they're looking for, and you'll zoom through the process. Pony up 3 million New Zealand dollars to invest, and they'll practically give you the keys to the country. Ireland may take some navigating, but if you've got desirable know-how, you can work your way to citizenship in a few years. With great beer and those rolling green hills, it might just be worth the effort. The bottom line, having abilities in short supply can make hopping the pond a relative breezy in certain spots. So put those talents to use and take advantage of the VIP treatment these countries offer to skilled migrants like yourself. Just don't forget your old pal back here stateside. Well, looks like tying the knot with a local hottie is one way to fast-track that residency application in many of these countries. I know what you're thinking, but I'm already married. Listen, we're not here to judge, just laying out the facts. Brazil will hook you up with permanent residency in a couple months if you put a ring on it with a Brazilian cutie. Beats waiting up to 15 years. Same deal in Mexico. Marry a sexy señorita, and your residency clock drops from 5 years to just 2. Olé. Panama, Costa Rica, Ecuador. The list goes on. Find yourself a Latin lover and suddenly the bureaucratic red tape parts like the Red Sea. Look, I'm not saying you should propose to some rando just for the passport perks. But if you just happen to meet the love of your life during your travels and they just happen to be a local, well, congratulations. Enjoy those expedited immigration benefits. The moral here: when looking for love abroad, consider it a nice bonus if they can help you dodge some of the residency rigmarole. Just make sure your priorities are in order. Marriage first, then worry about the paperwork. Buena suerte. So you want to become a citizen of another country, but don't feel like waiting years to make it official? I get it. Thankfully, some nations are happy to fast-track your citizenship for a price. Now don't go thinking you can just slap down a stack of Benjamins and get handed a passport. These economic citizenship programs usually require investing some serious dough into the country's businesses, real estate, or government bonds. We're talking hundreds of thousands, even millions of dollars. But hey, for the right price, citizenship can be yours. Let's look at some options. Portugal will hook you up with a passport if you buy property worth at least 500,000 euros. Just don't forget to actually live there once in a while. Malta's citizenship by investment program costs a cool 1 million euros in government bonds or charitable donations. Ka-ching! For a mere 100,000 donation to its National Transformation Fund, Dominica will let you become a citizen. Get your checkbook ready. St. Lucia takes the same approach, offering citizenship for a 100,000 contribution to its National Economic Fund. Money talks. Of course, plunking down this kind of cash doesn't guarantee citizenship. You may still have to pass criminal background checks and meet other requirements, but if you've got deep pockets, it can make the process much faster. Just be sure to read the fine print. The bottom line is that everything has a price, even citizenship. If you're willing to pony up, many countries are standing by ready to give you that coveted second passport. All it will cost you is a small fortune. So there you have it, the top easiest countries for us freedom-loving, gun-toting Americans to emigrate to without too much fuss. Just make sure to brush up on the local lingo, pack light, and leave any emotional baggage behind. Because let's face it, moving abroad ain't no picnic. But if you're hankering for a change of scenery and don't mind occasionally feeling like a fish out of water, one of these nations could be your ticket to a fresh start. Just don't expect everywhere else in the world to be exactly like back home. And bring an open mind. You might just fall in love with your new home away from home. But if it ends up not being the right fit, you can always blame me.